Skol, Vikings Nation. Buckle up, because we've got some massive news that's got me fired up and maybe a little torn as a Minnesota Vikings fan. Sam Darnold, our 2024 quarterback, just landed on the NFL Top 100 list at number 72, voted by the players themselves. But here's the kicker. We let this guy walk in free agency, and now he's suiting up for the Seahawks. Can you believe it? The same Sam Darnold who lit up the field for us last season, throwing bombs to Justin Jefferson, is now getting league-wide respect. Today, we're diving into what this means for Darnold, the Vikings, and that spicy matchup in Seattle on November 30th. Are we regretting letting him go? Or is J.J. McCarthy the future we've been waiting for? Stick with me as we break down Darnold's incredible 2024 season, why the players love him, and what this says about our Minnesota Vikings moving into 2025. Drop a comment below. Did we make a mistake letting Darnold walk? Let's get into it. The comeback story begins. Let's rewind to 2024. Sam Darnold came to Minnesota as a former number 3 overall pick with a rap sheet of struggles, 3 rough years with the Jets, a shaky stint with the Panthers, and a quiet backup role in San Francisco. Nobody expected him to be a game-changer. But when J.J. McCarthy went down with a season-ending knee injury in the preseason, Darnold stepped up and shocked the NFL. This wasn't just a feel-good story. It was a full-on redemption arc. Darnold led the Vikings to a 14-3 record, throwing for 4,319 yards, 35 touchdowns, and just 12 interceptions. That's the kind of stat line that turns heads, and it's no wonder the players voted him number 72 in the NFL Top 100. His arm strength and poise in Kevin O'Connell's system made him look like the star we all hoped he'd be back in 2018. But here's where it stings. Despite that Pro Bowl season, the Vikings didn't re-sign him. Was it the right call to bet on McCarthy? Or did we let a gem slip through our fingers? Let me know what you think in the comments, Vikings fans. Justin Jefferson's praise. One guy who wasn't surprised by Darnold's breakout? Our superstar, Justin Jefferson. In the NFL Network's Top 100 feature, JJ was practically glowing when he talked about Darnold's cannon of an arm. He said, "Every receiver wants a quarterback with a strong arm. A quarterback that can throw it 60 to 70 yards. He does it so effortlessly. That's high praise from one of the best in the game." Remember that 97-yard touchdown bomb to Jefferson against the 49ers? JJ said he was drooling a little bit when the play was called, and Darnold delivered with pinpoint accuracy. That kind of chemistry turned our offense into a juggernaut, ranking 8th in scoring in 2024. It's no wonder players across the league gave Darnold props. He was making plays that left defenses scrambling. But here's the question. Could Darnold have kept that magic going in Minnesota? Or was it a one-year wonder? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep this Skol energy going. The playoff letdown. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Despite Darnold's electrifying regular season, the Vikings' 2024 campaign ended with a thud. In Week 18, the Lions crushed us, and then the Rams sent us packing in the wildcard round, 27-9. Darnold himself admitted to NFL.com, "For lack of a better term, we laid an egg as an offense." Ouch. Those 2 games raised doubts. Was Darnold's success a product of O'Connell's system and weapons like Jefferson, or was he finally hitting his stride? Posts on X from fans like @VikeFans echoed the frustration, pointing out how Darnold missed wide-open throws in that Lions loss. Looking like his old Jets self. It's a tough pill to swallow when you're a Vikings fan dreaming of a Super Bowl run. Still, those 2 bad games don't erase 17 weeks of brilliance. Should we judge Darnold on his worst moments, or celebrate the guy who gave us 14 wins? Hit the comments with your take. Why the Vikings moved on. So why didn't the Vikings keep Darnold? Comes down to the future, J.J. McCarthy. Drafted 10th overall in 2024, McCarthy was supposed to be our franchise quarterback, but his knee injury forced Darnold into the spotlight. According to ESPN, the Vikings never even discussed a long-term deal with Darnold, focusing instead on McCarthy's recovery for 2025. Minnesota's got $78.6 million in cap space for 2025. Per Bleacher Report, so money wasn't the issue. It was about building around a young, cost-controlled QB. Darnold's market value skyrocketed, projected at $30 to $35 million per year, and the Vikings didn't want to bench their top 10 pick for a pricey veteran. Plus, they signed Daniel Jones to the practice squad, hinting at a backup plan. But man, letting a Pro Bowl QB walk hurts. Do you think McCarthy can fill Darnold's shoes? Or should we have paid up to keep him? Let's hear your thoughts. Vikings Nation. Darnold's new chapter in Seattle. Fast forward to March 2025, and Darnold's no longer a Viking. He signed a 3-year, $100.5 million deal with the Seattle Seahawks, per Wikipedia. That's a massive payday for a guy once labeled a bust. The Seahawks, fresh off trading Geno Smith, are banking on Darnold to keep their offense humming under new coordinator Clint Kubiak, who worked with him in San Francisco. Darnold's fit in Seattle looks promising. He's got Cooper Kupp as a weapon, and Kubiak's downfield passing scheme suits his gunslinger style. But Bleacher Report warns that Darnold needs to prove he's not a one-hit wonder after those late-season struggles in Minnesota. The pressure's on, especially with that hefty contract. Vikings fans, are you rooting for Darnold to ball out in Seattle, or are you all in on McCarthy? And mark your calendars, November 30th, 2025, we face Darnold in Seattle. That's going to be wild. What's your score prediction? The NFL Top 100 nod. Let's circle back to that Top 100 ranking. Being voted number 72 by NFL players is a big deal. The Vikings QB dilemma. Now, let's look at where the Vikings stand. J.J. McCarthy is expected to be cleared to practice this spring, per NFL.com, but he's still an unproven rookie. GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah didn't tip his hand at the end-of-season presser, saying only that he's confident in McCarthy's work ethic and talent. But confidence doesn't win games. The Vikings also have Daniel Jones as a potential option, though he's a free agent in March 2025. According to The Athletic, Minnesota could have used the franchise tag on Darnold, projected at $41.3 million, but chose not to, likely to avoid a massive cap hit. Fans on X, like at Purple for the Win, are torn, with some begging to keep Darnold for another year. So what's the plan? Roll with McCarthy, sign Jones, or chase another veteran? Vikings news is buzzing with speculation. What's your dream QB scenario for 2025? The Seattle Showdown. Picture this, November 30th, 2025, Lumen Field, Seattle. The Vikings march in to face Sam Darnold, now slinging passes for the Seahawks. It's a revenge game for the ages. Darnold's got Kupp, DK Metcalf if he's not traded, and a chip on his shoulder. Meanwhile, our defense, led by Brian Flores, is ready to bring the heat. That 97-yard bomb to Jefferson in 2024 showed what Darnold can do when he's on. But our secondary, with guys like Byron Murphy Jr., knows his tendencies. Will Darnold carve us up? Or will we make him regret leaving Minnesota? The Vikings' 2024 defense ranked top 10 in points allowed. Can we rattle him again? This game is personal, Vikings Nation. Who's got the edge? Drop your predictions in the comments, and let's get hyped for this showdown. The final word. As we wrap up, let's reflect. Sam Darnold's journey from draft bust to number 72 in the NFL Top 100 is a story of grit and redemption. His 2024 season with the Vikings was a masterclass, 14 wins, 35 touchdowns, and a Pro Bowl nod. But those late-season flops and our commitment to McCarthy mean we're turning the page. Still, Darnold's success proves the Vikings system, under Kevin O'Connell, can elevate quarterbacks. Whether it's McCarthy, Jones, or someone else, 2025 is a chance to build on that 14-3 season and chase that elusive Super Bowl. Vikings news will keep us posted, but I want to hear from you. What's next for our squad? If you love this deep dive into Darnold's rise and the Vikings' future, smash that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more Minnesota Vikings content. Share this with your fellow Skol fans, and let's keep the purple pride alive. Skol Vikings!